Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic. And happy Father's Day to everyone yesterday. I ended up driving 10 hours yesterday, and still kind of recovering from that right now. But I'm excited to be jumping back into this. I didn't play Magic for like a whole week, and it was really, really nice. But I'm really excited. I miss it too at the same time. So I'm really excited to dive back into this. And this is a deck I built before I left that I never actually got to test. I'm really excited for it. And this is a card I've been wanting to play for forever. So Culmination of Studies, X, blue, and red. Sorcery, exile the top X cards of your library. For each land card exiled this way, create a treasure token. For each blue card exiled this way, draw a card. For each red card exiled this way, it does 1 damage to each opponent. So the main benefit of this one is being able to hit treasures and cards. I think that's the way that you look at Culmination Studies, not as an absolute burn spell. At the same time, we're going to look at it as like a really good burn spell because that's what we're going to try to do. So Culmination Studies, if you get X equals to 5, let's say, or maybe we spend 5 mana on this, X equals to 3, and we look at the top 3 cards of our library, maybe most likely it's going to be 1 land and then 2 other cards. And with us, we have a lot of dual cards that are both red cards and blue cards, and so we get to exile those from the top of the library. Unfortunately, those ones get exiled and stay exiled, which is kind of the funky part with this. So those cards exile and stay exiled, and then for each one that happens, we get to draw and do different things for it. And so those cards get exiled, and then you count up however many there are, create that many treasures, draw that many cards, deal that much damage. And so we get to fill our hand, deal damage to the face. If it's a blue and red card like Galazeth Prismari or Dorat or any of these other cards, like most of our deck is dual colored things, or another Culmination Studies, then those cards will give us both a card and deal damage to their face, which is pretty nice. And that's what we're trying to do with Culmination Studies. We also want to make sure that we're ramping so that we can have a really big hit with Culmination Studies, or being able to play Magma Opus, which we've seen already really, really good. And so I actually feel like Culmination Studies fits perfectly into this deck already. And so what we're trying to do is get our Galazeth Prismari, which gives us a bunch of treasures, allows us to cast Culmination Studies and keep all of our treasures on the board, which means we can run into another Culmination Studies and do it again, or hopefully we can get a bigger one on the next turn. Prismari Command for a little bit of treasure potential and removal and draw card draw, and then of course Magma Opus, being able to discard and draw cards with that as well. Sorry, discard and create treasures, and then also having a big spell on the top end. So the main win cons that we have with this deck is Magma Opus, Culmination Studies, and then we have Dorat the Perfector, Sprite Dragon, and Galazeth Prismari. Those are literally the only real ways that we can win with this deck. We have a little bit of like damage here with Prismari Command and whatever, but that's basically it. And I think it actually will be enough. I'm really excited to see how well this does. Magma Opus has just been proven to be really, really powerful in the past, and having a few creatures that can get in for some damage here and there will be nice. And then occasionally, hopefully we get up to a Culmination of Studies at like 12 mana, and that is the dream. And hopefully we can get, I expect we'll get about 6 to 8 points of damage with that, which is quite a bit of damage, and hopefully we can go off and do crazy things from there. So that's the deck, guys. Let's go ahead and dive into the gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. Here we go. All right, up against Leon Witchers, and let's keep this hand. I'm just debating if I want to bolt myself for an opt right now, and it's a little bit tempting. We have Draconic Intervention. Oh, I hate Selfless Savior so much. Like, I really just absolutely hate that card. All right, Snarl off the top is good. I mean, I like it whenever I'm playing creature decks, and have a chance to dodge board wipe. But there's also like Extinction Events, Shadow's Verdict, like so many things that go against it anyway. So it just shuts down red decks is basically all that it does. All right, let's opt. I want a Frostbite right now. I want a way to be able to kill the Selfless Savior before they have anything else or extra. Prismari Command is... We also need to get stuff into the graveyard for Draconic Intervention to be a little bit better. Prismari Command is really nice, but we already have a couple 3-mana spells. Let's try to get something either in the 1 or 2 drop slot. All right. Land is still okay. 2 lands in a row, less okay. We're doing nothing else, so let's go ahead and foretell saw it coming, pass the turn. Stomps her face. Okie dokie then. Plays out, Bone Crushy dude. All right, it's not the absolute worst. Yeah, down to 16. Play out the snow-covered mountain. Pass the turn. If it's a Blade Runner, or Blade Historian, okay, Annex. Do we saw it coming on that? Yeah, I think we do. We don't get to Draconic Intervention, which means we take more damage. We can go ahead and kill Selfless Savior now. Actually, that does let us Draconic Intervention, right? So, yeah, okay, let's do that. So, Prismari Command, now before they get to get the other stuff. 2 damage, and we're gonna treasure. We have way too many lands, I think, right now. So let's go ahead and get the Selfless Savior. Let's draw. That's a lot of lands. All right, well, do we need any more snow-covered stuff? I'm not... We have Faceless Havens, we have Frostbites, and getting up to 3 damage is nice, but I don't think I'm going to prioritize that necessarily. We'll keep 1. All right. Play this out on... All right, let's go ahead and play out the snow-covered stuff now. Draconic Intervention, exiling the Prismari Command. They're exiled. They do not get the tokens. Nice. Still down to 12, though. That's not great. Galazeth can help us get up to Seagate Restoration. An extra one is actually really nice. It lets us play Sot Coming and hold up Seagate, and block just fine. Pass the turn. Okay, Saw it coming. No, no, no. All right, so trade off. Opus. All right, so we have 7 mana Galazeth. Lets us not play anything. So we can either choose to Seagate Restoration, draw a bunch of cards this turn, or play Galazeth. We can draw enough cards, it's basically guaranteed that we have Opus on the next turn. Which I think is good enough to go for. So let's go ahead and play this out and Seagate Restoration. Oh wait, no, because we won't have the treasure anymore. Galazeth sets us up for Opus on the turn after. Draws us cards, get to Seagate Restoration. Yeah, let's go for that instead. It's the safest of plays. Pass the turn. Here's the issue with all of our really expensive cards. I mean, we do have, a lot of them as lands, which also means we reduce the amount of treasure we get with Culmination of Studies, but get more value. Bone Crusher, just playing it out here. Sounds grand. Pass to my turn. All right, let's go with playing... Well, do I want to hold on to that for Seagate Restoration? We want to dig for Opus here at some point. I'm going to take 2 damage by targeting him. Let's say no attacks for 1 more turn. See, they might play out like Robber of the Rich. There's a few other things. It might be Winota. And so Magma Opus will be nice. I can tap it down, kill Selfless Savior, see if there's anything else that they play. If I tap it down, it means I'm going to have to target it again at some point, though. So let's go ahead and just go for this now. Let's go... They don't have enough to pump this, I don't think. So they're there. Submit to, tap, lands... Down to 8. All right. Let's play out Dorat, land, and Seagate Restoration. Draw a few cards. Oh man, I'm not sure how protective we need to be. Let's just swing with these guys. Keep back the 4/4. Down to 14 past the turn. Another Opus for the next turn. And Iteration, I believe. Yeah, once you get to this point with Galazeth and everything, it's really nice. The hardest part is just making sure you clear the board on turn 4. There's a Culmination of Studies. All right, so we came to play that, so that's what we're going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So X8. It's probably not the smartest play. We have Magma Opus in hand, which is absolutely the best thing to play. But we came for the fun, guys. All right, that wasn't actually that much damage. How much damage do we have now to hit it with? Let's see. So we have a couple extra spells we can cast. Oh, that's a little bit awkward. I can opt and try to find a Frostbite. The issue here is if they find a Winota. Winota's awful. Yeah, so there's a Frostbite. That's at least something. All right, so they save it with Selfless Savior, but we get to hit it for lots of damage. Yeah, there we go. The main thing is we get to attack him with both, and Winota, it stops him from having much chance for a swing back. Sweet. Not too shabby. All right, up against Rocky, and we have Ramp and Prismari Command. I guess that's good enough. Let's keep this. Seagate tapped. Pass the turn. Snarl, nice. Pass the turn. Robber of the Rich. Rude. All right, well, make a treasure. I should have done that earlier, so just in case they had a chance to discard something or whatever. Galazeth makes a treasure, is a decent blocker here. If they trade off with the robber, that's kind of okay. I'm debating if I want to just go for the Prismari Command here. It does get us up to these Culmination of Studies a lot faster with this. You know, to like destroy a target artifact is nice too, though. Yeah, let's just do it. Yeah. Before they have a chance to protect it, I should have waited a little bit probably, but pass the turn. I'm just greedy, okay, guys? Deal with it. Only one red. That means Annex isn't a possibility. Bonecrusher Giant comes out. Galazeth. Get another treasure. We don't have enough snowlands for Frostbite. I don't want to trade off because I like the Culmination of Studies here. Drawing lots of cards potentially for us. Yeah, no blocks. They don't have enough for Embercleave yet. Down to 14. Nothing. Wow. Opt. Not enough for Faceless Haven yet either. Double Bone Crusher onto the Prismari. Okay. I mean, that's worse. That's not great. A land here means we get a bigger Culmination of Studies. Can we really take off a turn? We kind of can. We'll take 4, potentially more with Faceless Haven, but hopefully we've run into some good stuff. So let's... Sure. Can't play Snarl. Put this out on Red, blue, doesn't really matter. 8, so X6. Yeah, I'm fine getting rid of the treasures here. I mean, it means we don't get to play a Magma Opus as quickly, but we have a chance of hitting treasures here anyway. Down to 15. We have to discard a card. Let's get rid of... Snarl can't actually be played yet. So Snarl. All right, now we have Draconic Intervention online. Frostbite as well. Yeah, we should be in pretty good shape. All right, take 6 down to 8. Oh, I should have put this out on red so I can hold up Frostbite and Draconic Intervention. I can't now. Unless I dig for 3 for a red source, not worth it. Yeah, it's a little bit awkward. I mean, I can make a treasure with Magma Opus if I need to. And then use Frostbite. Let's see here. Do I have enough for Galazeth into Draconic? No. Yeah, so just Draconic Intervention. Get rid of... we only need Prismari Command. Keep Opus for later. This way I can kill a Faceless Haven if that's all that they do for the next turn. I can get rid of Magma Opus, kill a Faceless Haven, and keep our life total at least higher. Oh, yes. They didn't play out another one. Oh, let's see if they get the Shame Scoop. Come on, Shame Scoop. Yes! Oh, that's beautiful. All right, nice. All right, we're up against Skeletor, and it's actually kind of a hard hand to keep. Let's mulligan this one. We need 2 colors of mana to be able to play a lot of stuff here. Faceless Haven, and that's the issue. I put in 2 Faceless Haven as I was debating on only having 1. And I probably should only have 1 because there's enough times that that's too hard to keep. Keep this one. Let's drop 1 Magma Opus. This is better. Play this on red. Pass the turn. We have Opus to get a treasure into Prismari Command Iteration. Yep. Takes a Galazeth. Rude. Snarl. Nice. Yeah, pass the turn. If they go to combat right away, we can at least discard our hand size to make it equal, so now they don't get anything unless they play something else out here. So yeah, they don't get anything else with Robber. Don't have the ability to play this yet. We can Prismari Command, kill it, and then give us Draconic Intervention, hopefully for the next turn. Big ol' Bone Crushy. Trying to think of what pump spells they might have. There still is Infuriate, I think, in the format, or ways to give higher toughness as well. So it's typically better to wait with Prismari Command, but there's sometimes that the guaranteed success rate is sometimes worth it more than anything else. I know the only real play I have here is Prismari Command. It's all I'm doing. I'm killing Robber the Rich. And so I think that we go for it and just make sure that that happens. I can make treasures to make sure that we have more ramp, because I'm going to probably have to use Draconic Intervention, or I can draw cards here and try to hit the land. We haven't played a land yet, have we? I think I'd rather try to find a land here. So hit the Robber, draw some cards. A tapped land is still okay. So unfortunately, I think that we're too light on cards for Culmination yet. So Culmination and Iteration or Dorat. Let's get rid of the Iteration, I believe. Unfortunately, we don't have spells for this, but it's at least a blocker. Oh, I didn't play a land yet. Oh, oops. All right, I already had played a land. Brand. Oh, crap. All right, I do have Magma Opus. We take 6. So play this tapped. Draconic Intervention, autopay. Choose Opus. Clear some stuff. All right, so they have Faceless Haven online. We have Galazeth to block it. That's probably their best play, is just guarantee 4 points of damage. Torbran. That's scurry. All right, chump block with Dorat with a higher chance of them having removal. I can play out this and the Dorat actually, but it means I don't have any ramp up to Opus anymore. We're up to 6. That's not really a guaranteed play, is it? We have to survive the next couple turns. So let's play this out. No attacks past the turn. This means that we can have enough to kill Torbran at least. Unless they have Embercleave. Embercleave is bad stuff. They're attacking in beforehand, which means it's most likely Embercleave. It could also be Castle Embereth or Pump Spell or something. We should be able to deal the damage unless it's Embercleave. If it's Embercleave, I think we just lose anyway. I don't really think there's a way for us to win. Yeah. So that's game. We don't have enough good removal spells there even. I guess the one thing we could have top decked was a Draconic Intervention. I had the Magma Opus to exile to get something big enough in the graveyard to then do it, but yeah, it's okay. Should have waited maybe one more turn. All right, up against Aaron, and let's keep this. Frostbites and Opus. This is kind of the awkward thing when you're playing Snarls and stuff as well, is that the snow-covered lands for Frostbites and whatever are nice, but not always the best. Let's see here. Do I want to just go for the Opus here? Getting rid of a Sentinel is nice, but it could also hit a Magma or whatever their name is. Let's pass the turn. We need to hold on to these for potential other Snarls that we can find. That's what I'm trying to say. And it makes it awkward. Play this out on red. Pass the turn. All right, so Magda, that's the one I'm trying to say. So they can tap it down right away and get a bunch of extra mana. I want to kill Magda though, but I can't interact until they've already tapped this down for stuff. So let's go ahead and see what they play. Don't let them play out another Magda. All right, so kill this one now. I feel like I need to get up to the Prismari, and so I can play out Dorat. It just is a 1/1. We're not going to be able to cast really anything else. So I think we have to get rid of this Magma Opus. So pass the turn. Need to find a Draconic Intervention, and quick. Attacks with everything. Just going to be playing out this Lovestruck Beast. Interesting. Down to 15. Plays that Rimrock Knight, draws a card. All right, well, play out Galazeth. It gives us our Frostbite. We can kill Rimrock Knight. Pass the turn. I feel like they have Embergrave here, which is the scurry part. All right, so we block. They go for a pump spell. We Frostbite. All right, so now they can at least play something else still. That took up an entire turn. Thanks. So here's the issue, is Culmination of Studies on 3 good enough? If we hit a land even. It might be our best play at the moment, unfortunately. So I think that's what we do, because it can potentially draw us 3 cards. Like, and that's what we're needing at the moment. So exile was land, a red card, and a blue card. No dual ones. That's annoying. No attacks. I wanted to only be playing dual colored cards, but there's just some cards that are good enough that you have to be playing them. We didn't find anything that was useful there. We have another Galazeth, so that's fine trading off there. Left Chuck Beast, that's annoying. That's lots of card draw. Come on, Draconic. Faceless Haven. All right, well, Galazeth. We're gonna play out a Dorat here, just as a blocker. No attacks, pass the turn. All right, so we have enough for Magma Opus, which does let us kill quite a few things. So much card draw. We need to find our stuff and quick. So we need actual relevant cards now. We actually got rid of a bunch of things that weren't relevant. So it's a high probability that the things that we want are coming. We know there's no Embercleave this turn. This is a dragon, so if we find Draconic, then we're in good shape. I think that we can take 5. The hard part is that an Embercleave is a coming, you know, at some point. But I think we can take it 1 turn. We have Faceless Haven on the ground, chump block as well. If we find just absolutely nothing here. Down to 10. Sentinel. They are going wide enough here that they might just be able to swing in with everything and kill us. Ah, for the love. Yeah, that's just... We drew into so little good things this game that we have to hit at least something decent by this point. We have Prismari Command, which can take care of that eventually. Not going to help a whole lot right now, though, because we're going to have to chump block like a crazy person. And Love Struck Beast. Yep. Yeah, we're just way too slow. Too slow to find the Draconic Intervention. Attacks in with everything. Why are they holding those guys back? It doesn't make any sense. What? They had it. Okay, now we don't have to worry about lethal. Great. I mean, we're gonna have to worry about the next turn, but now we kill a Love Struck Beast. It takes 2 of our guys that can block, but we get to keep 1. Takes 6. We still have the mana for a Magma Opus, Snakeskin Veil. Alright, that's cool. Alright, We found the card that can save us. I think that actually does save us too. That's the crazy part. It goes to combat. We have Magma Opus. We go 1, 2, 3. Fortunately, those zones we can hit. So, and there. Tap 2 permanents. These guys aren't going to be able to attack anyway. So tap down both Sentinels. Maybe the Great Henge. They can tap it in response though, so it doesn't actually matter as much. That means the only person they could attack in with is Magda. So let's tap these down. All right, we're back in the game a little bit. If we can find a Draconic Intervention and a Prismari Command, then we're in really good shape. So they can tap for mana now. It doesn't really matter unless they have... Actually, the issue here is they could have an Embercleave. I forgot about that. Embercleave onto the Magda, I think, kills us. Oops. Not quite, because we have double blockers for it. Yeah, so we're going to have to double block in case of the Embercleave. Yeah. We at least get to kill Magda this way. Oops. Another Magma Opus. Alright, well, exactly enough for Opus, so let's do that again. Pass the turn. Stinking Great Henge. So much card draw. Alright, well, Opus. We already know that they've had Snakeskin Veil, so I mean that's just game if they have it. So we try to kill as much as we can. Do we tap this down or do we kill it? What else can we kill if we don't? Really not very much. Yeah, so we just kill this. So kill that. And here, submit 2. Tap down this one and... I guess Great Hens just to stop him from getting the life or having that much mana. It's the most amount of mana we can tap down, so... So they should respond with tapping down Great Henge, yeah. But it just means they won't have as much mana during their turn. Or during the second main phase. Not that I think they can really utilize all of it. I don't know, with Great Henge maybe. Alright, well, iterations... See how much other stuff they have here. Is it just lands in hand? Wow. All right, snow-covered island. Probably should have waited, I guess. Draconic Intervention. Come on, for the love. All right, well, Prismari Command in hand and one into the library. Snarl. Play this one. All right, so. Kill Embercleave now. Do we make a treasure or draw cards here? All right, so destroy target artifact. 2 damage to anything. Can also kill this Sentinel. Let's kill this. Destroy the Embercleave. With us being at 4, those small guys actually do affect us quite a bit. And now we pass the turn. Try to kill a 1/1 if they bring it out. Luckily, a lot of them will come in and get a counter onto it. Yeah, we have to counter that. We're surviving somehow. If that's the last thing that they drew, it looked like they didn't have anything the last few turns, so I'm pretty sure these 2 cards are lands. Swings in with enough for an Embercleave. Oh no. Wow. We at least get to kill it. So Sentinel dies. Embercleave can go onto one of these electric beasts and they can try to find something. I think I killed Great Henge. I guess we have to wait. All right, so Dorat. Duration. Shatterskull Smashing isn't very useful right now. Culmination to hand. I think I'd rather top deck this one, so put this into the library. I think we can play this right now. All right, well, we have a blocker. Pass the turn. We have the ability to respond and kill a 1/1 that they play out. Oh, well. You have Embercleave as well. All right, Goldspan Dragon gets the card. If they can find a 1/1 here as well, that's amazing top deck again. 2 of them in a row. Only on 2. Wow. All right, well, so we have to play this now. So we destroy artifact. We let him get another treasure, but it means that we can deal damage to this. So we go 2 damage to Goldspan and destroy Embercleave. And now if they attack in, we get a trade-off. Oh man, we're still actually in this game. This is crazy. I don't think we're actually going to win this just because they have the Great Hedge and we got rid of all our ways of dealing with it. Wow, they're really gonna let us trade off here? Sweet. Okay, so how much can I go for with this? If I hit a bunch of lands, I can also just get a lot of treasure and cast stuff, right? So it all comes down to them finding something with haste. They found 2 of those in a row. It shouldn't happen again. All right, so 6, 7, 8, 9. So X7. Sure. Three treasures. And a smashing. Smashing is pretty nice for later. And opt, we can maybe find a frostbite. Do I play out a blocker is the question. I can't really handle these things. I think instead I'd rather hold up the potential opt. In case they play something smaller. So Jasper Sentinel gets to draw again. Magma, okay. Magda. I am going to opt here, though. We need to dig as deep as we can for Draconic Intervention. Agile Innkeeper, not a 1/1 because of the counters, so these guys going to attack in. Turn on a lot of stuff. Lots and lots of card draw still available. Oh my gosh. 2 cards drawn. They're digging deep for the Goldspan Dragons. Now it's a likely chance, which is how deep they are. Wow. If this is Draconic Intervention now, yeah, we're so far through our deck. I mean, we probably got rid of them with the Exile. We didn't get rid of. Okay, wait a minute here. How many did we miss? Okay, I view the battlefield. Are all of our Draconic Interventions at the very bottom? We have not found a single one. 18 cards left in our library, and we have not found a single Draconic Intervention. The one card that mattered this entire game, and they're all 4 of them are in the bottom 18 cards. Actually, less than that because we just opted and put something to the bottom, right? We just got to put. Okay, so 3 other cards. So these 15 cards have all 4 of our Draconic Interventions. I love Magic sometimes. That's okay. It's fine. All right, so there you guys have it with Culmination. And I actually really like Culmination Studies. I don't think it should be a 4 of. I was playing that because I wanted to hit into it, and we're going to prioritize playing it because I wanted to do it for fun. But I think as a 2 of in a deck like this, actually pretty decent. I mean, I don't think you play it for the burn side of it. I was saying that before, and I think that you play it as a way of like, okay, we have mana, and there are some times in this deck with all the treasures, with everything else, so like you have mana, but not like you run out of fuel, you run out of stuff. And as a card draw spell, actually pretty decent. It does give you a bunch of extra treasures, which works great with Galazeth. It does give you a bunch of, card draw, which I feel like was very consistent as far as that went. Like it drew us cards, whether or not the cards that we drew were the right thing, it wasn't as great, but it draws you cards and it gives you treasures. And if you get this up to a pretty high number, it gives you enough treasures to be able to use Frostbites, to be able to use Prismari Commands. I think what we were missing here is we wanted another 2 mana burn spell. And so I feel like if we drop out 2 Culmination of Studies, that's what we bring in is 2 mana burn spells. I probably take out 1 Secret Restoration or whatever. I was trying to bring those in because then we had exactly only a third of our deck being lands. And so we had the 2 Shatterskull Smashings, 2 Restorations to get us up to 24. And then with all the treasures, we'd be fine. But that way we can kind of more guarantee that we're going to get damage and card draw. But overall, I mean, the deck is good. I think that the Prismari colors, colors are just really powerful. Magma Opus, fantastic. Galazeth, really good. I think I really like Sprite Dragon with the Draconic Interventions. I only had 2 of these. Oh, that's the other issue. I only had 2 of these. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm a doofus and didn't play enough of these. Okay, that's what you do. You take out 2 of these and you add in 2 more Draconic Interventions because we were looking for those the entire game. So yeah, only having 2 of them at the bottom 15 is a little bit more likely then. So that's okay. That was a mistake. I only had 2 Draconic Interventions. Yeah, Expressive Iteration I actually wasn't using as often as I thought I would because I had Ops as well. Like I feel like Opt almost like Expressive Iteration was nice. You get to look 3 deep to try to find something, and that does let you dig deeper for Draconic Intervention. But unless you have 4 of them, it's not that great. It really isn't that great. I do like Divide by 0, just the fact that I can counter or bounce stuff off the board, and so I think I actually like that better than Saw It Coming. And so I might take out like a couple Saw It Comings and go for Divide by 0, and that way it just gives us extra turns to try to find the things that we need. Brazen Borrows would be pretty nice as well. The issue is that it doesn't go to the graveyard for Draconic Intervention, so the more Draconic Interventions that you're focused on playing, the less you want to be playing Brazen Borrowers, things like that. The nice thing about this, though, is that it doesn't hit our Galazeth or Sprite Dragon, which are our 2 main win cons. And I think in general we needed just a little bit cheaper spells, just a couple more cheap spells in the 2-drop slot. Fire Prophecy I think would be really good, or just other good things there. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.